Welcome to Mysterious Encounters. He was a supernova of creativity, a being of pure, untamed expression. The world saw a man who could not be contained by a stage, a script, or the laws of physics. But what if the greatest mystery of Robin Williams was not his limitless energy, but its source? And what if that very source was also building, synapse by synapse, an inescapable prison? This is a case file about the silent war between a mind that defined freedom and a disease that engineers its total lockdown. To understand the end, we must map the engine. Clinical psychologists and biographers point to a likely trifecta: profound childhood loneliness, a baseline of depression, and a mercurial hyperassociative brain. His comedy wasn't just a career. It was a survival mechanism, a way to connect, to control a room, to outrun the quiet. The neuroscientist Nancy Anderson calls this the madness of the creative mind. For decades, Williams weaponized this turmoil into art. The system worked. But what happens when that very system, the thing that makes you you, is reclassified by an outside agency as a pathology? The medical establishment saw a mood disorder. They failed to recognize the operating system for what it was. They were trying to fix a feature, not a bug, blind to the viral agent corrupting the entire network. That viral agent was Lewy's body dementia, LBD, a thief in the night. It doesn't just attack memory, it assassinates identity. It causes violent tremors, paralyzing anxiety, vivid hallucinations, and a total erosion of the executive function, the ability to think, reason, and initiate action. The system failure was diagnostic. The medical field, armed with checklists for Parkinson's and depression, missed the ghost in the machine. Each symptom was treated in isolation, a scattergun approach against a fortress. His wife described it as a terrorist inside his brain. But the authorities couldn't even identify the terrorist organization. The true invader was only named in the post-mortem report. He wasn't simply depressed. He was being neurologically dismantled by an enemy the system wasn't equipped to see. Here lies the deepest, most disturbing layer of the rabbit hole, where the philosophical converges with the neurological. Robin Williams' death was not a surrender to sadness. By all credible accounts, it was a rational, horrific act of reclaiming agency. It was an act of self-preservation, not self-destruction. Faced with the certainty of a decade of cognitive and physical hell, a complete unraveling of the self, he executed a preemptive strike. This forces a question that shatters our simple narratives. Where does the self reside? If the brain, the biological seat of consciousness, is being irrevocably corrupted, is the choice to terminate the process an act of despair? Or is it the last, most lucid expression of the soul fighting to protect its own memory? Was he escaping his life? Or was he preserving it from a future that was no longer his? The case file on Robin Williams isn't just about a man. It's about the terrifyingly thin veil between the mind and the brain, and the unbearable choice of which one to save when they declare war on each other.